Jade here from the Rawsome Truth. Today I'm going to tell you about how I stopped being an angry vegan. And I hear this a lot from people. People say to me, Jade, some vegans are just so angry. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And I think every vegan has a right to be angry, and I understand why vegans are angry. So first of all, I'm going to talk about why vegans become angry people. First of all, when you become vegan, and I'm not talking about people on a health perspective, and this is probably why I get asked this question a lot, because I meet a lot of people who come over to a plant-based lifestyle and they label themselves as a vegan, but they're not actually a vegan, if that makes sense, because veganism is about the animals, nothing else. So when people become a vegan, they've all of a sudden woken up to the harsh, cruel, callous realities of this world. And they are really harsh realities to come to terms with. And all of a sudden, when you wake up and you're no longer blindfolded to everything that's going on in this world, and you learn the truth of animal agriculture and how corrupt our whole world is because of animal agriculture, it's disturbing. I know when I first became a vegan, I grieved so heavily. I was so shocked. I was like, oh my God, my whole life has been a lie. Everything I've ever thought was right isn't as it is. And I know many, many vegans go through this. And then once I started to come to terms with it, and when I become a vegan, I'm like, I need to tell everybody what's going on. So I'm racing around telling all my friends and my family, saying, did you know this is what's happening? And you get these answers. I don't want to know. But watch this. I don't want to see it. But it's horrible. We can't be a part of this. I'm not a part of this anymore. And you're trying to tell the people that you love the most in the world how shocking that animal agriculture is, and you're getting rejection. And that rejection is so hurtful, because you're thinking in your head, but these are nice people. This is my best friend, or this is my mother or my sister or whatever, and they want to keep eating animal products, and I don't understand why. And you want to shake them, and you want to lift them up and say, hey, come on, don't be a part of this. And for me, when I first became vegan, and that continual rejection from my family and loved ones sent me spiraling into deep hurt and deep anger. I was angry at the world. I was angry at absolutely everybody, because if you weren't vegan, you just didn't care. And it took me a long time to deal with it. A long time. And I would post after post on Facebook, and this was my activism. I would post, you're still eating those pies, they're killing you, and it was all anger. And I would get a lot of likes on my Facebook posts by other angry vegans. But I had a lot of friends and family members unfriend me. And I didn't care. I really didn't care. I said, who cares? I don't want any non-vegans in my life. If you're not vegan, I don't want you in my life. And look, to be honest with you, when I go out for dinner, I prefer to go out with vegans. I don't like sitting down and watching people eat dead animals on their plate. And I don't like it. I don't like going to parties and seeing dead animals out on tables and stuff like that. I can't deal with it. It hurts me. I know exactly how that animal got there. But I've learnt to deal with it a lot better than I used to. I used to just say point blank, no, I'm not going. And I would say to the friend or family member that invite me, I'd say, you want me to come to your house with dead animals all over your dinner table. I don't sit at the table with dead animals. And I was so angry. But I started, as I guess started to evolve as a person, and I have grown a lot, and I dealt with a lot of my own personal issues and my own baggage. You can watch many of my How I Changed My Life videos, How I Overcome Anger, whatever, they're all in there. But as I started to do all that, I started to realize that if I want to make a change in this world, I have to be the change I want to see in this world. And I can't keep focusing on Mary who's still sitting there eating a lamb chop, or Bob down the street who's still eating sausages. I can't keep focusing my anger on that. I had to put my energy where it was needed most. And that was in changing me. So I took a lot of time off activism, whilst I was getting angrier, because when you're associating with a lot of other angry vegans, you sort of incite each other, and you'll be at activism events and you're talking about it, plenty, and you're seeing people reject you as you're showcasing what's going on in the world, and you're getting these rejections, and then you're getting angry at people. So all of that sort of intertwined. So I took time out, and I said, you know what, I have to focus on my health, because at this point in time I really was just recovering from a bit of a breakdown as well. So that anger was not helping me recover from everything else that was going on in my life. So I was like, okay, let's just focus on getting healthy again. So I put all my focus into getting healthy. I said, that's the most important thing, because until I get this right, I'm not going to be able to share the message, the vegan message, which is probably in my life one of the most, who am I kidding? It's all I think about, is how I can get the vegan message out. To me, it's the most important thing. I'm a mess most mornings. I wake up each morning. Some mornings I have tears streaming down my face because I cry for those darling animals. It hurts me so much when I think about the suffering that they go through every day. But even though it's hurting me and it tears me apart, I can't keep displaying that anger on other human beings. And as I became healthier and stronger, and I started looking at the way that I was displaying my activism, I said, you know what, this isn't going to be reaching people. And I had to think about me. How was I, who do I like following? What would entice me? And I said, not an angry person. Angry people don't entice people to follow them. When someone's uplifting, when someone's happy, when someone's vibrant, when someone's sharing their life in a vivacious way, you say, you know what are they doing? I want what they've got, so to speak. And when the penny dropped on me, I said, you know what, this is what I need to do. So I put my energy into helping people just with their health at first. And I'm ready now. You'll probably notice that I'm slipping more and more vegan activist videos coming out, and there will be many more. Because I'm strong and I'm rebuilt, and I'm just ready to educate the world on animal agriculture and hopefully bring people over to this vegan lifestyle. But you have to do it through love. And I honestly believe that love is the only way that I'm going to be able to reach people. Education is vital. People need to be educated as to what is going on in those slaughterhouses and what is going on in those factory farms, and what animal agriculture is doing to our environment, and what it's doing to, all those rainforests and everything else. Lots of things that most people don't have any idea about. And that education is vital. but I'm not going to do it with anger. And it's really hard. And I just want to say to any of my vegan friends and non-vegan friends, anyone that's watching me, if you're watching this and you're saying, you know what, I've been a really angry vegan and I understand and I know how hurtful it is. And I want this world to be vegan just as much as the next person. But when we're lashing out at other human beings, we're not going to bring them over. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I know myself. I see really angry, nasty posts from other activists, and I'm friends with them on Facebook, and sometimes I go, oh, goodness. And I don't unfriend people because of it, because I get that anger. I understand it. I understand it very well, and I understand the hurt, and I understand that some of you have even been rejected from your own friends and families because of this lifestyle, and it hurts. And I understand that the mental trauma from watching so many documentaries and footage of animals' death and being injured and cruelly treated and everything else. I know how much it messes with your head, because it messes with mine big time. I spent a couple of hours last night crying. I was tagged into a video of a piglet that got saved. My partner actually tagged me into it, and he thought, oh, she'll be happy. And I was very happy for the piglet being saved, but me being me, next thing you know, the tears are streaming down my eyes because I started thinking the mother that got left behind, and she was chewing on the bars because she couldn't get to her baby, and then I started thinking about all the other pigs that, you know, are not free, and, you know, I know how horrible it is, but I just decided I can't be angry anymore if I want to get my message out further. Because if I had my videos and I'd just say, stuff all you meat eaters, you're low scum, you're this, or stuff all you Christians or Muslims or whatever, I see it. You know, people are blaming religious people, people are blaming footballers, soccer players, you know, nutritionists, everything. And what we've got to understand, instead of putting our anger out there, we've got to understand is the whole world is so indoctrinated. We are so indoctrinated and brainwashed to believe that this is the way we're supposed to be. And whether it's through religious beliefs, whether it's through dietary beliefs, or whether it's through your own personal lifestyle customs and culture, those beliefs are so ingrained into us. And as much as you want to get angry and you feel like you're hitting your head against a wall and you say, can you just wake up? You've got to take a step back and say, you know what? I was there too. And I ate meat for probably 36 years of my life, which is a long time. And I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. In fact, I didn't even really connect. I just bought meat out of a fridge. It was meat. It wasn't a pig. It wasn't a cow. It wasn't a lamb. It wasn't a chicken. It didn't have a face. I just bought meat the same way I'd go and buy potatoes. I'd go and buy milk the same way I'd go and buy fruit juice. Didn't connect that some mother cow had her baby stolen from her and killed, and she's just attached to apparatuses all her life until she's spent, and then she's slaughtered. I didn't know all that. I just thought cows got milked. That's what they were. I didn't know the cruelty behind eggs. I didn't realise that all these baby chickens were getting killed at birth. I didn't know that. I just thought chickens had eggs and they got in the shop and I bought them. I didn't make all those connections. And I get angry too, and I say, you know what, but it's 2017, all the information's out there. Yeah, it is. And I see plant-based and vegan and that all the time. But that's the world I'm in. Not everyone's in this world. So through their Facebook news feed, they're getting eat more meat, eat cheese, and all these different things, and people are showcasing, you know, their roast pork dinner or whatever. That's what's going through their Facebook newsfeed. For me, my newsfeed is all veganism because predominantly I have vegans in my social media network. So people aren't getting the same messages that we're getting day in, day out. And I forget that. And I guess a lot of people do. So for me, I remind myself daily. I also, when I conduct myself now on social media, on my YouTube channel and out in person, the first thing I do when I conduct myself is say, how would I respond to this if I wasn't vegan? That's what I ask myself. And sometimes, yes, I want to put out on my Facebook page, you low life, stop doing it, blah, blah, blah. I've got that anger in me, believe me, because we've all got it. You can't have seen all the animal slaughter footage and not feel this way. But I've got to look at the bigger picture, and I want to bring people over to veganism. So this is why I ask myself those questions. How can I get my message out with love, understanding, compassion, without the person reading this feeling like they're being attacked? When people feel like they're being attacked, they run the other way. So for me, I say, I don't want to feel like I'm attacking. I just want to feel like I'm just putting out my message, my daily message, whatever, and hopefully they'll read it. And hopefully I'll be planting some seeds into their head, and eventually the penny will drop. I've received many, many, many messages over the years of people saying to me, you know what, I've gone vegan. And it hasn't been straight away by all people. But bit by bit it happens. And you don't realise just by putting out those little seeds that you can change lives. And people ask me often, what can I do as a form of activism if I don't want to go out protesting, if I don't want to wear loud t-shirts, if I don't want to, put all information out about animal cruelty on my social media? How can I educate my family? The greatest way you can educate your family is just put pictures of your food, put pictures of you when you go to a vegan restaurant and eat. If it looks really tasty, so people go, wow, you know what, I'd actually eat that. And I love that when I showcase food. I mean, I do many different things as part of my activism, but I love showcasing food, and I love it when a non-vegan actually asks me about it, because for me it's a way to break through that barrier. Another thing, if people ask me questions like, especially when I was back home in Australia, if I'd be shopping, I'd buy an astronomical amount of fruit. People say, have you got a monkey in your backyard? No, I haven't. I actually eat this way. It's perfect. Oh, you eat this way, but people are intrigued. They're interested. So I start talking. Always find any opportunity you can to spread the vegan message, because believe me, I do. We caught a truck bus thing the other week. I went to an elephant sanctuary, and there was a couple on there that weren't vegan. I knew the rest of the people on there, and we were all vegan. And they were talking, yak, and they were talking about meat, and they talked about a few things, and all of us were pretty quiet. And I just was waiting to seize my opportunity without throwing them backwards. And they then talked about a certain restaurant, and I just subtly said, oh, do you know if they include vegan food there? And he went like that. He said, are you vegan? I said, yes, actually we all are. And he started asking lots of questions, so we broke down that barrier. But if I turned around when he was talking about his meat shazlik or whatever it was and said, hey, don't talk about dead animals in front of me, you're making me sick, he would have gone, cuckoo. So, and probably, I'll be honest with you, a couple of years ago I may have spoken like that. So I'm evolving as a person, I'm learning as a person, I'm growing as a person, and I think I'm learning and growing enough to start becoming a great activist where I can lead people to this lifestyle with love. That's all I wanted to share today. I was only talking about it on a comment on my YouTube channel with a girl yesterday, and I just wanted to share how I'm not an angry vegan anymore, and I don't like to put myself up on this pedestal like I've always been perfect. You only have to look at my YouTube videos. I've never been perfect. But I like to share my trials and tribulations with people, so hopefully someone can get something from it. If you like this video, give it the thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. That's a little red button there. Press the bell so you get notifications when I put videos up. At the moment, I'm putting them up daily. I'm doing really well. I'm really proud of myself getting these videos out daily. And most importantly, love life, live free, be vegan, be kind, don't be angry. Bye for now.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone.